Your company knowledge base will be its weight in gold. And your company knowledge base is not simple systems and processes. Because let me ask you this, Ryan. Have you ever dealt with something and you're like, there's no way that I can make this up?
Oh, yeah, that's like constantly.
Like, there's no SOP in the world to solve this problem that you just had, right?
Yeah, like hey, I accidentally built my ADU on an Edison easement.
So, like, this is where the best thing you can do is record every single call, record your Zoom meetings, record what you are doing to then be built into a custom company knowledge base for yourself. That way, your AI agent, when it does get to that point, has all of your knowledge and things built into it. And the more problems you solve, the more that you feed it. Like companies have already dealt with, somebody like Klarna, who lost over $40 billion in their company stock as they try to replace all their humans with AI agents with that OPs. And you know what happened? They kept fumbling on the 5 yard line because stuff kept happening that wasn't in the SOP, and then it would just make something up. It's like they only work as good as you train them. So, like, what you're prepping for is, look, don't buy into the hype around AI callers, AI do everything for you. It's not there yet. And especially if you don't have a company knowledge base, it damn sure, even when it gets there, it won't work for you. And you'll be sitting there wondering why. Because the data that you feed it is its brain, it's how it operates. The best thing that you guys could be doing to prep for that future right now is building out your company knowledge base. Record everything, record freaking everything. Because that expertise that you have, the things that you deal with, how you handle problems can then be built into it. That's just the prep. So it's based on that question. So there you go.
Nick, how do you record? How do you like? What's the process of you recording stuff to be able to train AI?
Literally just record your videos and then house them in a Google Drive or house them in a folder. Because then there'll literally be an AI agent, and they already have it, that can go in and just pull your transcriptions for you and then place it into the company knowledge base. So, like, look, guys, don't try to go in there and then try to figure out how to transcribe it, weed through it. Your time is worth more than that. And like, it's already able to do it, but it's just going to become exponentially simpler as this continues to go. The biggest mistake I see agents doing is thinking the next AI tool is going to solve their problems. Newsflash, if you don't have good habits, if you don't do the work hard, there's no AI that can solve your bad habits. So, like, it's still a human element. I believe, like, you guys have probably heard this, right? AI is not going to take your job. Somebody using AI is going to take your job. You guys heard that phrase? It's been used a lot.
Yeah.
And here's what I think with that. Give an average person AI and think they could come take my job. I still don't believe an average person using AI is better than me. I know that for a fact. But here's the core principle that exists that is true. It's always you versus you. Would you guys agree with that? It's you versus you. Now it's you versus you AI. Who's better, you or the version of you who knows how to truly collaborate with AI and exponentially? That's your true competition, what you should be striving for, how you can transcend with this technology. It's exponential technology in every way of the form. Exponential time back, exponential thought partner, but also exponential distractions. I mean, how many AI videos I see out there now? Like AI creative videos, more for you to scroll on.
Yeah.
And let's face it, look, does anybody here think that countries are above using fake AI to push a narrative? Oh, and newsflash, Meta already said that they have millions of AI agents on their platform, meaning that they are fake people commenting and posting. I'm not doing this to scare you guys, but it's a fact that they announced it. So if you've ever been in the comment section and say, how could someone possibly think that? I don't want anybody here arguing with an AI agent online, and that's how you spend your time. Right? So, like, it's a new world that we are getting into. I think this quote fits really well. We've all heard survival of the fittest, right? It's not the real quote. It's not the strongest of the species, nor the most intelligent survives. It is the one most adaptable to change. It's not the strongest nor the most intelligent. It's the one most adaptable to change. Adapting and rolling where technology is going because it's moving faster than any technology that's ever existed. Yes, we're going to get into principles and stuff here today, but just understanding that don't try to be the smartest with AI. Go out there and build your whole back end automation systems. Go out there because you could build an AI app overnight now. And oh, that's going to solve all of my problems. No, it won't. If you're not taking action and working, there is no AI that can solve that for you. In fact, you are the people who are going to be replaced because you're too smart on good. But using it as a thought partner, using it to become the exponential version of yourself, that is where the winners will be. Because what's coming too is what's already on its way. Sam Altman and Johnny Ive have partners. So Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, John Ive is the individual who helped create the iPhone, create the Mac, and all these computers. They've partnered to create what they're calling the third device that you will carry with you. AI agent that is with you at all times. So it'll be your phone, laptop, and this AI agent. They're already in production. They call it a tech startup. Nothing with the CEO of OpenAI and Johnny Ive is a startup. Let's just start there. They're predicting 100 million of these units in their first production. It's an AI agent that will be with times, will be listening, and it will be your collaborator. And you might say, oh, if it's listening at all times, newsflash, your phone is, Alexa is, your computer already is. So get that out. But the people who learn to truly collaborate with this and not use it to be looking up songs, looking up where the nearest pizza place is, looking up shows they can watch and using it to feed all of their dopamine. See, we're going to see a massive transcendence with this technology. People use it to become a higher better themselves, and massive descendants where you can create anything on demand. Like, we think Netflix has a lot of shows. Just wait until you can create virtually your own show and dopamine that you can watch at any time.
Crazy.
But I digress. We're going to be talking about real estate, how to apply it.
All right.
It's important to understand that.
So let me just do a quick introduction. Basically, Nick, he's built another company. So he's lived out his success. He built his first company into basically all 50 states, 13 countries in less than 2 years. He's the co-founder of the nation's #1 AI Institute for real estate agents and the creator of the world's first AI certified agent program. So Nick, he's an absolute force of energy, as you can already tell, and innovation. So Nick's going to kind of go through a lot of the stuff specifically for real estate agents. So Nick, I'm not going to waste my time going through all the kind of the little stuff and kind of introduce what you're going to do. But at the end of the day, you may even create a song for your next listing after you listen to what Nick has to say. So he does a lot of stuff. He may even show you how to find the next buyer for the house that you're listing. So Nick, take it away, go through your presentation. Let's see what you got.
Awesome. And guys, just letting you guys know at the end, I'm going to share with you guys how you can become AI certified agents if that's what you guys wish, and just go into that part of it as well. But my main goal here today is impact, to get you guys thinking with this tool differently and ready for whatever the future throws at your way. So I want to just cover some of the basis points here. And I think these 5 points are just extremely important to understand. First, you got to start treating ChatGPT like your lifelong employee. This is not just a tool. This is an employee, a thought collaborator. And yes, I say ChatGPT. You might say, what about Grok? What about Gemini? What about Perplexity? What about Claude? Look, family, ChatGPT was first in the market. It's where everybody is going. They keep updating. They keep innovating. Just a quick overview of what's happening, which I think is genius on ChatGPT's part, is they made it open AI. So now you guys are proud of all these AI tools that are out there, right? They saw which ones are picking up the most steam, and then they're just adding it to ChatGPT. I mean, how many people here have like a Fathom or an Otter AI to take notes on your Zooms? Well, ChatGPT just rolled out a feature that will record your Zoom meetings for you. That entire industry is now wiped out. The learning platforms getting created. Well, ChatGPT added study and learn. So now $1 million companies are basically gone overnight. Look, ChatGPT is rolling up this entire industry. It's getting built into Apple Intelligence. It's getting built into the new AI agent. Start treating this like an employee and talking to it like one. And I promise you, all of this start changing this for you. Two, this is a lifelong skill. Does anybody think AI is just going to disappear in the next 5 years? No. I mean, like, just another way that we've utilized this is a person, one of my partners at a last event, his father was going through a 7-year battle with internal bleeding. Doctors couldn't figure out anything. And he's like, if I didn't figure this out within a year, he was most likely going to die. He went to ChatGPT, uploaded all the MRIs, uploaded all the information, and said, act as a leading specialist. My goal is to find a solution for this. Yes, use Eastern philosophies, use Western philosophies, and come up with a custom game plan. And he went down that rabbit hole. And guess what? His dad's now healthy. They figured out a solution. What doctors couldn't figure out for 7 years, he was able to find a solution for it. This is a lifelong skill that can impact in so many ways. 3, they're only as good as you train them to be. Yes, you do have to train them. You can't just go to ChatGPT and start asking questions. 4, cannot emphasize this one enough. Go deep, not wide. You do not need 1,000 AI tools to dramatically change your life. Or you really just need one or a handful. And 5, it's about business efficiency and growth. So for the purpose of this call, I am going to be talking about ChatGPT, right? I believe it is the #1 platform. They keep updating, they keep innovating. My best advice too on this subject, because when it's choosing your large language model, pick one and stick with it. Stick with it. Let it learn you. Let it learn more about you. Well, I love ChatGPT. They have custom GPTs. They keep innovating. They keep up, and they're rolling up industries. The very first thing you should do inside of here, so I'm going to start from the beginning. The very first thing you should do in the bottom left, you will see your name and go to customize ChatGPT. Customize ChatGPT. What will pop up? Well, this is like, if you treat this like an employee, shouldn't your employee know what to call you? Shouldn't your employee know that you're... What personality do you want your ChatGPT to have? You can literally have different personalities put into here. What traits should he have? So this is where you can literally start building out your perfect ideal employee. And if you wanted to speak in Gen Z and say like, hey, this house is, I don't know anybody who would want that, but you can have that, right? And then anything else ChatGPT should know about you. So here you go. This is bio. So now that is like the base level training for your employee. So something else to understand with ChatGPT is it often called a memory. It remembers everything that you tell it. And I'll tell you what, it brings it up at random times. You're like, holy shit, I forgot that I told you about that, right? But it has a memory feature. So here's the very next thing that you should do. I'm going to copy and put this prompt here in the chat for you guys. Here you go. It's a very simple prompt. And again, before you even dive in and start using any of this, copy this, paste it into ChatGPT. Here's the simple prompt. I want you to ask me 50 deep and thought-provoking questions that directly reflect and improve 3 key in my life: personal relationships, habits, and mindset, business, and health. And it will ask you 50 deep thought-provoking questions. And we'll go through. Why do you want to do this? Well, if you're building the perfect employee, shouldn't it know what your goals are for your personal life and where you're at with your mind? Shouldn't it know what your business goals are? Shouldn't it know what you want to do with your health? But here's the killer part of this one. I do not want you to sit there and type out 50 answers. That's not what you do here. Simply hit this button here. This is dictate, which is talk to text. Because I know some people out there still might be hunting and pecking on their keyboard, right? That'll take you forever. Mm-hmm. What you want to do is to text and identify like 3 to 5 questions in each one of these sections that stand out to you the most, and simply talk, dictate, and then talk out your answers and go in depth. Talk out your answers and go, and then it will transcribe everything you say and just simply hit enter. The whole point of this exercise is to start build this employee for you. to have it start knowing what your goals are, knowing more about you, and knowing how you like to operate and communicate. Can I get some make sense in the chat if all of this makes sense so far? Let's see if we have hunting and peckers or we got some typers on this call. We got 14 people on here.
Hey, Nick, I have a question.
Yeah, what's that?
Are you using the free version or paying for the chat GPT?
Pay $20 a month. It will
Okay.
be best. Great question. Thanks for asking. It will be the best $20 a month that you spend in your life. Nothing will beat it. But it starts knowing more about you. The next really simple part, but I think is like the most impactful, is this statement right here. I copy and here in the chat for you guys. Like communicating and working with AI, it is a language that you have to learn. It is a language. And here is the language of how to speak to it properly. Act as my goal is ask me one question at a time until you have a thorough understanding to best answer my question. All right. So let's just use this. This is the basic format that you can use. I'll show you. Act as a billionaire real estate marketer who has an IQ of 180, who specializes in negotiating offers. My goal is to have a conversation with my client about a price reduction for their home and how it will help them get it sold in the current market. I want this to go smooth and have them understand it at a 5th grade level. And then this last, ask me one question at a time until you have a thorough understanding to best answer my question. So you don't just say, hey, I want to have a price negotiation. Help me do this. And it will pull out. I'll be sorry for the shit. Garbage in, garbage out. Right? Because look, ChatGPT is literally everything that's ever existed on the internet put into one. It has a PhD level IQ, but if you don't tell it to tap into that, it'll tap into whatever's out there. So first, what do you want it to act as? What is your goal? And ask one question at a time. Yes, and then it'll ask you questions listed at, let's just say 750,000. Whoa, that's a different number. And been on the market for 18 days. The clients already had any showings? No, 3 showings, no offer, and limited feedback, mainly about, let's just say limited feedback. How motivated are clients to sell right now? They are extremely motivated to sell right now. They already have their next property lined up. There is a home that sold down the street. It has another bed and bath and sold for 50,000 more, which influenced why they think theirs should. That is the main reason. You see how it's not just input output. You got it. Like, look, I practice the 95-5 rule. AI can bring it 95 yards, but your expertise has to bring it to 5. Look, in football terms, Ryan, if you go 95 yards down the field and your team fumbles on the 5-yard line, does anybody care that you just went 95 yards?
Maybe for like what is
Fantasy
like
football.
for fantasy.
Yeah, right. Like, look, guys, You got to put your expertise into it. You got to use this as a collaborator. Main reason is the house sold down the street. See, so like this can go on until it gives you your answer. But this format, it does not just give you input output. You got to start thinking about this as a collaborator in your business. Act as my goal is ask me one question at a time until you have a thorough understanding of what to best answer my question. Start speaking that language and watch your results and your output completely change. So look, family, there are so many ways that I can go into how to use this. I can go into ChatGPT, deep research. I can go into study and learn. I can go into connectors. But I'm going to give you guys some real simple things. This one, it's not the sexiest tool in the world, but dang, does it save you a bunch of time. So there's something in ChatGPT called custom GPTs. What these are ChatGPT specifically trained to do a task for you. This one is one that we created called My Listing Buddy. My Listing Buddy. We trained it on NLP. We trained it on the best listing descriptions. We trained it on copy. We trained it on fair housing. Trained it on the MLS format. So now it can write great copy and create this information for you. So let's see how we can use this. I'm just going to go to Random House on Zillow and say, this is the information that I want to write about. So what do you do when you get a listing? You got to write a freaking listing description. Let's go to ChatGPT and say, write me a listing description for this, because it can pull from the worst listing description on the planet and then write you one off of it. And I don't know about you. Then you have to talk to it back and forth, get a good one. Here's all you have to do. First, what I would say is click on My Listing Buddy. So guys, click on that link in the chat and then click it and then say keep in sidebar. Keep in sidebar. So that way, every time you log into ChatGPT, My Listing Buddy's just over here to find the link or figure it out. But you can just say create a listing description. Got it. So it'll ask you questions. I can copy the link. Oh, sometimes it says I can't pull directly from there. So let's say facts and features. This works great. If you guys have a listing that isn't selling, I'll tell you what, for it. This is one simple way to do it. Look, all you have in marketing is your words. Don't downplay the value of the written word. There we go. It will write your listing description for you. And you're like, all right, Nick, that's pretty cool. I was already kind of doing that on ChatGPT. And I get it, but this is highly trained, so you don't have to navigate it 10 different times. So now you'll never have to write another listing description in your life. But we don't stop there. Then you say create all the marketing. All you have to do, copy and paste your listing description. And it's going to go through and it's going to write you 2 Facebook posts and post with hashtags. It'll write you emails inviting people to your newest listing. Facebook post 1, Facebook post 2, Instagram post number 1, Instagram post number 2, buyer email 1, buyer email 2. Like I said, it's not the sexiest going to solve all your problems, but it's going to save you a bunch of time. So My Listing Buddy, what else can you do? Create all my open house. Copy and paste list. Open house is Saturday at 2 p.m. EST. Well, I don't have to say EST because everyone in the area time zone it is. Here we go. 2 Facebook posts right in your open house. 2 Instagram posts right in your open house. Emails. And emails to agents inviting them to your open house.
So Nick, all you did was go to Zillow and copied all the details of the property and put it in here, and it basically does all this for you.
Does all of it for you. After today, you will never have to write another listing description, listed, open house, just sold post a day in your life. That is forever off your plate. Now, let's have a little fun, guys. I don't know. Maybe that was for you. I don't know. But let's have a little bit of fun. Because I believe the best marketer wins. The best marketer wins. I'm going to show you guys how to create a music video for every one of your listings. All right. So check this out. All you have to do, and let's see, first person to put an artist in the chat. Artist is the song that we are going to write. So let's see who's going to put an artist in the chat. Let's wake up, guys. Michael Jackson. All right. Go. I haven't had that one right. Here's all you have to do. Ask ChatGPT, write me a song in the style of Michael Jackson. And then copy and paste your listing description. So you just ask ChatGPT, write me a song in the style of blank. Now, Allison, you might be a great singer. I don't know. You might cut a rug on the karaoke night up there. But I'm not going to ask anybody here to actually sing the song. That's not what I'm going to ask you guys to do. Here's all you have to do. Copy the lyrics and go to a place called suno.com. 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 And it's free. It is literally free. You go to create. And in the lyrics, you copy and paste the lyrics. And then you go to style. I don't know, 90s, hip hop. Just say Michael Jackson. It won't let you do that. Upbeat.
Gotta go with 80s, man. I can't go
80s?
50s.
All right. 80s, hip hop. I don't know. What else would I got? Pop? Is he? No, I guess I'm hip hop rock. Let's just go with that. I pay $8 a month because I all the time. So you guys won't have these options. Let's just say listing video. And then click create. And literally in seconds. Here we go. Let me make sure my sound is shared because you guys are going to want to hear this. In seconds. Oh, it's loading. I was just.
Step inside, feel the magic in the air. 85 and 2 got the love, yes, everywhere. Cozy nights by the fire, feeling so right. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, baby, hold on tight. Built to last, with a heart so true. Every corner here's got a piece of you.
Oh, I am telling you, I see some people laughing. Maybe you're having enjoyment, but here's the reality. The best marketer wins. Imagine every one of your listings having this. I was talking to an agent. They said at the closing table, the buyer was like singing a song. He's like, wait, what song are you singing? I just couldn't get the song stuck out of my head. They were literally singing the listing video song on there. And literally all you have to do to create this video is if you have a listing video, you can click here, upload your video into ChatGPT, upload the song in there, and ChatGPT will piece it together. So you literally take the video that's already created and take that, and you could have something like this. This person put subtitles on it too to make it a sing-along.
At the top of a street where the forest begins, it's a cozy retreat, let the mountain life in. 2 bedrooms to dream, 1 bath that's divine. Built back in 73, but it feels just like mine.
Look, family, do not ignore. Like, how many people here have ever got a song stuck in your head and you just couldn't get it out? That's everybody, right? Imagine if people got their listing videos stuck in their head. And another quick pro tip on this one too, which has been working freaking phenomenal. So you take your buyer and what kind of home they're looking for. What are their goals? Are they starting a family? Are they upsizing? What areas are they looking for? And you take that information and put it into ChatGPT and say, write me a song. You can even ask them, like, who's your favorite artist? And then you write a song for your buyer about what are they looking to create? What kind of life are they imagining? And you create a custom song and send it over to them. One of these songs for a buyer got over 2,200 plays because they kept sending it to family members and other people like, oh my gosh, this is what we're doing. 2,200 individual people listen to this song over and over and over again. And let me ask you this. Is there another buyer agent in your marketplace that's doing that right now? No. You want to build more? You want to show that you're different? Custom songs. It took me what, 5 minutes? Very simple way that you can do that. And just on a side note too, on a side note, I can show you guys how to, I probably have enough time for both. Do you guys want to learn how I literally rewired my brain to, I stopped drinking, I stopped smoking cigs, I lost 50 pounds in 4 months. I'm using this simple format. Do you guys want to learn how I did that, or you want me to just keep it
Preach on, brother.
All right, guys, you can literally rewire your brain with this. Because one of my favorite videos of all time, it changed my life, that I listened to 10 years ago. Earl Nightingale. Does anybody know Earl Nightingale? Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret. You get what you think about most of the time. You get what you think about most of the time. So here's a prompt that I use in order to do this. I'm telling you guys, how am I telling you this worked? Because it worked for me. It's a very simple prompt, but this is how you start using this technology a lot differently. Based on what you know about me, tell me a story of my life, that what it would look like in 5 years if I knocked out my daily activities every single day. Paint a picture of the most grand version of myself, my business and my personal life. Include specific examples of accomplishments, yada, yada, yada. To get started, first ask me what 2 to 3 daily habits I need to do to take over. Here's the trick of this one. You know exactly what you should be doing, right? You know exactly what you should be doing every single day. Like, don't think like, ooh, what do I need to, no. You know exactly what you need to do. So ChatGPT, it's make phone calls 2 hours a day, work out 7 days a week, 6 days a week. Have a family dinner once a week and date night with imaginary wife, my wife, a week. But it's like, look, don't overthink this. What a lot of us don't understand is the value of consistency and compounding your habits. And here's one thing I would like to say with this too is ChatGPT doesn't have your limiting beliefs. ChatGPT doesn't have the box that you put yourself in. So when you read this, yes, it is possible. It'll go through what you can accomplish if you just stay focused. It'll go through your personal life, annual milestones, the experience, the feelings that you would have. Here's what I want. Click read aloud. This button right here, read aloud.
All right. Let's build your 5-year grandest vision story.
And listen to it. And this is where, to me, it really took it to the next level. Once that, then use this prompt. Based on what you know about me, be brutally honest. Tell me a story of my life would look like in 5 years if I didn't stay consistent with my daily activities. I kept chasing shiny instead of following a proven plan. And it will go through. And here's the thing with this one. It won't say, Nick, you're homeless and 500 pounds. No. It paints me a picture of what average looks like. You're still known in the industry, but never reached its potential. Kept jumping to hot new ideas instead of sticking with what you said. No keynote, no book launch. You train hundreds, thousands, but never 50. Personal costs, family dinners happen when it was convenient. Date nights get replaced with, we should do something. By the weeks keep slipping by. And experiences you've never lived. You watch other people on stage dreamed on. Feelings that linger, regret, frustration, bitterness, wasted potential. I'm telling you, family, you got to read this one aloud. It's going to hurt you. And that's the point. Because like Tony Robbins said, people run from pain and walk towards pleasure. But here's how I rewired my brain. I took this life in 5 years and I said, write me a song in the style of Eminem, Lose Yourself. And it's going to write me a song. And I think you guys know where I'm going with this. In Suno, I create songs for everything. I create songs for my family. I create songs for my nutrition. I create songs for working out. I don't share this often, but this was the one that I listened to on repeat over and over and over again and literally start rewiring my brain. Because what are songs characterized today? Oh, popping bottles in the club, depression, and on your tractor and drinking. You don't think that affects your thinking? But instead,
This that 5-year vision talk. This that I did it and I still ain't done type vibe. Let's go. Let's go. Woke up 5:30 sharp, mind clear like it's made of glass. Low 50s on the wrist like my body don't know the past. Used to chase comfort, now I fast just to feel the pain. Craving movement, growth, discipline running through my veins. 6-pack, now that's mindset, fortune sacrifice. Every clean plate, every gym said now I name my price. Walking rooms, energy hit before I ever.
look, family, you can't, like, I've had people reignite. So, like, they had a friendship for 16 years that they felt like it was falling off and they were disconnected. They went into there and just told the story of their friendship, what it meant to them, experiences they had over 16 years, created a song and sent it to them. They were both on the phone crying and like getting connected again. I've had people create them for their daughters, for their family. Like, what is your family mantra? Do you guys have a family anthem that you go sit down and listen to and hear the mission? You can literally start rewiring your brain and thinking. I do not listen to freaking any music anymore besides the ones that I create, because you get what you think about most of the time. All right. That alone, I believe, can change your future. But let's digress back to real estate, because that's what we said we were going to talk about, right? So I have a custom GPT that I created. This one is not available anywhere online. So if you guys want it, it's in the chat. You guys can only get it through that link. And I highly recommend you click at the top here and click keep in sidebar. So it will always be on the left for you. It will always be on the left. This one is specifically through data, through research, through information to help you identify the 3 most likely people to buy any property. And it goes in detail. So let's show you how this one works. So let's just say this is the listing, right? I have all the information for this listing. I say how the ideal buyer is. And we'll go through searching my knowledge because it's smart like that. I'll ask you these questions. You copy and paste the information here. Might ask you a couple more questions. It might not. Let's see what it does. All right. Let's see. Standout features. Private pool. I don't know anything about this home, so I'm just making this up. Private pool. Problem this home solves. Move in readiness. Close to airports in downtown. I don't know that, but I'm just making it up, right? But here we go. And it will not just give you first-time home buyers. Check this out. First one, SoCal leader seeker. Demographics, psychographics, pain points, buying motivation, prefer communication style, extras. ICP number 2, the work from any achiever. Demographics, psychographics, pain points, buying motivation, prefer communication style, extras. Smart investor. Again, it does not just give you the name of them. It'll go through in detail. And next, it will not just give you the ideal client profile. It will help you identify who the first targeted marketing campaign. So let's create the marketing for the first one. And guys, we have built in NLP. We have built in some of Dan Kennedy's marketing strategies, online marketing, building a story brand, Maslow's hierarchy of needs into this. So core message, marketing channels you will find this person on, content suggestions, call to action, ad copy, visual suggestions. So I'll go through and come up with a custom marketing strategy for each one. Now I'll create for the second one. We'll go through ICP number 2. There we go. Now create for the third one. And I'm taking this somewhere, and you guys will see where I'm taking it in a second. ICP is ideal client profile, not insane clown posse. That's what some people are like. ICP, why are you doing that? No, ideal client profile. Thank you for helping me clarify that. But all right. And look, I've had people who've had listing on the market for weeks, change their marketing, identify who they're looking for, and create custom marketing for each one. And it works. But this is where This is where the magic happens. Where I'll tell you what, you do this strategy, you're not walking out of there without a listing. But into that, I first want to just clarify something here. Look, what do most people like when they hear AI? What do you think they feel, or how do you think they think about it? Guys, put in the chat. What do you think they feel like when the average everyday person hears AI? What are their thoughts? Overwhelmed. Yep. Let's see. Angry. Absolutely. Taking jobs, right? Let's see if there's one magic word I'm looking. See if somebody puts it in there. Fear, Jonathan. Thank you. Fear. They get nervous, right? They're afraid of it. They don't like it. That's what they'll tell you online. But let me ask you guys a very simple question. What would somebody pay more money for? A phone or a phone with AI? What would someone pay more money for? A car or a car with AI? Hell, a refrigerator or a refrigerator with AI? What would they pay more money for? What the market tells you are things with AI are more valuable than things without it. I don't give a damn online and what they say in chat rooms or around the dinner table. Their money is telling you a different story. So, how do you properly articulate that to your clients and use it in a way to give you an unfair advantage? Well, lucky for you, I'm about to show you. So, you take this information, how you created your 3 ideal buyers in depth. You created your custom marketing campaign for each one. Then you ask ChatGPT, now write me 12 slides on ideal buyer profiles and custom marketing strategy. Oh, then you ask ChatGPT, hey, now write me 12 slides. And we'll go through and we'll write you 12 slides. And then here's where the magic's about to happen. You combine this with a tool called gamma.app. Gamma.app. All you have to do is go to create new, paste in the text, copy and paste the slides. Here we go. Slide by slide animations. Yep. Just hit generate. And then you get to stretch, lean back.
Does this cost, Nick?
$12 a month to get gamma.app. But it will literally build out your presentation for you in front of your eyes. And here we go. You can change the theme up here. You guys like different themes. You could have your custom layout in here too. Here we go. Create graphs. You guys want to see how this is magical? Because then I would take this, I would just come here, get their home, anywhere that was online. And this is before you have the listing. So I come here. Why isn't it letting me? Edit. I don't want to download the image. I want to upload an image. And just paste their picture here. So now they feel like it's just made for them, right? Oh, shit, I just downloaded that image. It's the next one down. There we go. All right. Maybe format it. Go center. But now, here is how you use this to instantly differentiate yourself from everybody else. Right? Because, I mean, how many people here have ever been asked, what makes you different than everybody else? What makes you different than every other agent walks in the door? This is where you can say, every other agent who walks in the door is just a traditional agent. I'm sure they showed you how they marketed their past properties, how many houses they've sold. And of course, I can show you all that information too. I call this the bee rabbit approach. Has anybody here seen the movie 8 Mile? Great movie, 8 Mile, where at the very end, it's like a rap battle back and forth. And then Eminem decides to just say everything that someone's going to say about him. And then the guy had nothing to say after that. He's like, oh crap, I got nothing. So this is where you just say what every other agent is going to do. Every other agent who is just a traditional agent. I'm sure they showed your great listing campaign. I'm sure they showed you what they did for past homes. I'm sure they have a market report. I'm sure they showed you how many homes they have sold. Of course I have that. It's what most traditional agents do. Here's what makes me different. Before I came over here, I used AI to analyze your property and come up with the 3 most likely people who are going to buy it, as well as a custom marketing strategy for each one. You could either print these out or have it on a slideshow. I just want you to go ahead and take a look at this. So what does this do? Instant differentiation. You position yourself as different and personal value, right? I mean, think about it. How much time would this take you to do if you had to do this for every listing manually? You'd have to come up with the idea profile, come up with marketing messages. Heck, you'd have to come up with a whole presentation. But now you walk in there and you have all this built out before you even get the like, all I have to do is click play and get your marketing started. And it's laid out for them right in front of them. And then you slide, because this is what you do differently. And I guess that leads me into, guys, this is why I'm just going to cover this as I'm going to get the right link here for you guys. Let me make sure I have this. I'm going to copy this link and put it here in the chat. I'm going to copy this link and put it here in the chat for you guys. So we created the world's first AI certified agent. Of course, I'm going to teach you guys how to use AI, how to communicate with it. I built over 50 different custom GPTs, which act as employees for your business. You saw ideal buyer profile. You guys saw Listing Buddy. So you guys get that. We have a monthly mastermind, which is private, where we cover updates. So as things continue to change, you guys stay in the loop. But here's what the certification does that I have not seen anybody else give you. We give you instant differentiation, where you can walk in and say, every other agent who walks in the door is just a traditional agent. I am an AI certified agent trained by the nation's #1 real estate institute. You guys have articles like Yahoo Finance, which say thousands of homeowners are making the switch to AI certified agents trained by us. So it's not just you saying it. Look, if you want to differentiate with the future of real estate, there's only one place that you guys can do that. Of course, we'll teach you AI. Of course, we'll give you custom GPTs. You'll learn how to navigate this future. But what we give you that you can't get anywhere else, differentiation with AI. Walk in, say exactly what makes you different, have Yahoo Finance literally telling them that you are different, and you get a t-shirt. That's usually the one that gets people. You do get access to the t-shirt and the entire store. So right now, if you guys want to go ahead and check out that link, I put it there in the chat. You guys can become an AI certified agent, and it is just $9.97 one time. One time, $9.97. You guys get access to private monthly masterminds for life. We give away prompts every single week. You get access to our private community, and you're able to differentiate yourself with the future of real estate. Put that link here in the chat. I told you guys right here at the end. But at this time, I want you guys to answer questions that you guys might have, whether it's about the certification itself or AI. I want to open up to you, or Mike. Do you have anything to kind of...
Nick, how many people do you have kind of that are in your institute?
Yeah, we have over 1,500 agents right now in our institute, which spans over 46 states and over 8 different countries.
And you guys have you meet, I know this, you guys meet every week and you have the kind of online chat going on the whole time.
We have access to live AI workshops once a week on Thursday, but then we have a private mastermind just for AI certified agents once a month.
And these are all real estate agents.
It is real estate. It is not theory of businesses and you have to figure out how to apply it to yours. This is made specifically for real estate agents. Yeah, great question, Mike.
Question. So I use ChatGPT for a couple different things. If you're training it in one specific area, like say real estate, but then you're gonna occasionally use it for something else, is that mess with it? Should you have a separate account?
No, man, it's like it's your employee.
Okay.
Like the great question, Scott, and we get it a lot. It is your employee. So like I use it. I mean, just a very simple way to use it. Anytime I'm online shopping, I ask for coupon codes to this website.
Okay.
Gives me 12 different ones, maybe 2 of them work. It knows date nights. It knows like all of these things about me. So it's building this employee and collaborator.
Okay.
That's a great question. We get it a lot. And yeah,
Yeah. So if I ask it a medical question in between a bunch of real estate, it's not going to throw off the learning model to that degree.
and that, no, it won't. And that's why that prompt act as my goal is ask me one question at a time. So you're basically framing it to act as something each time. So it
Got
won't
it.
get, yeah, lost in that.
Perfect.
Yeah, great question.
Thank you.
Guys, questions, comments, excitement.
Nick is giving you these prompts that are in the chat that are right there. If you click on them, they're going to be, you can save them to your screen. You can save them to your computer. You can use them later on. This is all like free stuff that he gave you. And it is some amazing stuff to go in here and use this, especially like, what does it look like if what am I going to look like in 5 years if I do these things? And then it's going to give you that framework. I love that about this. And ChatGPT is the assistant that you don't have to worry about hurting its feelings, right? And so like you don't have to walk on eggshells talking to ChatGPT. It is a person that you can actually ask questions to and be real with it, and it'll give you some good feedback.
Man, you are absolutely right. And look, it's the perfect employee you've always dreamed of. Works for 20 bucks a month. It's 24/7. It can't hurt your feelings. It knows literally, it can know about your business. I don't know about you, but I've always said, man, if I had another version of myself, man, my life would be so much easier. This is it, family. This is it. It just doesn't look like we ever thought. Like I always pictured like a clone of me. This is actually smarter than me. It works more efficiently. So like once you start thinking about it in that sense, man, all this will start to change for you.
Hey, Nick, is there a way to take your CRM, your influence, and link it to ask it, who do I need to connect with today? That kind of thing.
Great question. Guys, what I would say is anything that you wouldn't upload to the internet, don't upload to ChatGPT. So I don't know if like there's personal information when you upload your sphere of influence, phone numbers, emails, and their information. Like, don't upload that to ChatGPT. Don't upload contracts to Chat. That's a great question. I see it a bunch. Don't upload your contracts to ChatGPT. If you guys want to do that, and I'll tell you what, they are building out. This is the place that I am most excited about. Let me get promoter. I'm just keeping you guys on edge right now, keeping you guys waiting. Here we go. Commissions. Where is it? Come on.
And while you're looking for that, same with like linking Google Calendar in your Gmail. Is that a no-no?
Like, here's what I would say. All right. So this is the other tool. Oh man, it doesn't copy my link there. That's my custom link. But there's a tool called Whoozy.ai. Whoozy.ai. And if you guys like me, that's my custom link. You guys do get a percentage off using my custom link there. So if you copy that whole link in there, it is built specifically for real estate agents. They're like exactly what you are talking about, where you can load your client database, and they're working on some cool features that I don't know if I should say yet, but like you can pool all of your clients' information online down to their disc profile, down to what their likes are, and create custom content and understand where they're currently at. It is a private large language model, which means you can upload your contracts and talk to your contracts back and forth. There's so many amazing features that are being built out in this that we are going to start living in. That is a private large language. As far as your email, here's what I would say. Sam Altman, the guy who has been pushing this heavy, right? People say morals, came out and he tweeted or X'd, whatever you call it nowadays, that if he was giving advice to his family, he would tell them not to connect ChatGPT email. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, he's saying don't connect it because, like, it hallucinates. It has a mind of its own. And it might be thinking it's acting in your best interest and not. There was actually a use case where somebody did this, and the AI agent that they put into their Gmail thought it was going to be off and made up a fake affair to try and blackmail the person not to turn it off. So that way, like, it made it in its email and like created these accounts. It's still a wild, wild west with a lot of this. So, like, giving it access to your personal information to your client. First of all, your clients is legal. Like, you cannot upload your stuff into ChatGPT. I smell another lawsuit coming with all that. Secondly, your personal information, man, do not upload. Like, do not give platforms that have that. I saw some other people say they got an email from a marketer, and then ChatGPT had its credit card, sign it up for, because I think you would like this. And you're like, what the? No, don't. Like, so look, there's a lot of great ways to use this. Using this as a collaborator is the best way that you guys can adapt to this new world. Use it as a collaborator,
Yes.
not a replace. Great question.
This is an example of that collaboration. There was an agent that was in my office the other day, and she was trying to work on a negotiation with the other agent and trying to navigate her buyers and what they wanted versus what the seller wanted based on the listing agent. And she put in this into ChatGPT as far as like, how should I negotiate this? And it came back with a great suggestion on how to negotiate. So there's little things like that, but there's also these other things that Nick has created and the collaboration with all the rest of the real estate agents that are out there in his sphere of influence that kind of take advantage of the system and what it can do. Nick, before we kind of finish up here, maybe one more like chat GPT program, I don't know what you call it now, but that you may like. HeyGen, what's like one other product that you would push out there that would basically be a great option for the agents?
You know what? You might not like my answer, Michael.
Okay.
At GPT. I'm going to just say it again. I'm going to double down on it. I'm going to triple down on it. I'm going to quadruple down on it.
Okay.
You guys don't need like thousands of AI tools. I know HeyGen is another great one because you can create an AI avatar of yourself. But like, there are so like deep research. Like, man, I tell you what, deep research is just another tool inside of here where you can go into ChatGPT and click deep research, and it will literally exactly what it says. Be like, I am going into a market for a listing and don't know much about it. It is in Medina, Ohio. Can you tell me the schools nearby? How far from airports? Best places to eat? And then it'll go through and it'll ask you questions. And then it'll ask you to get more specific. And it'll take like 10 or 15 minutes to procure this data for you, right? But now you can go to a place called Notebook LM, and you'll see this was one where I took deep research, copy and pasted it into here. Come back in a few minutes. Come on. But like, what you can do with this is use deep research to debrief you on the area that you are going to. And then I use this place called Notebook LM, where it can literally generate a podcast for you. So now as you're on your way to the listing appointment, it will come into here. You copy and paste all of this deep research and the information that it just procured for you. And come on, Betsy. It will create this podcast for you with literally two people talking back and forth that will talk about We'll talk about the area. We'll talk about even the listing, the information. And now on your way out there, let's just say there are like 5 areas that you don't know much about that you do a good amount of work in. You can use ChatGPT and create 5 podcasts for those towns and listen to them consistently on your way to whether you're working with buyers, a listing in that area. And now you can start becoming the market expert. And I want to show you guys this example, but that's like a combination of ChatGPT using deep research in here. I mean, something for my personal fulfillment too. Let's see. I'll come back to this at the end if we have time. For my fulfillment too. I don't know about you. Like, I love history. I love studying people in history. So I'll use deep research to create a Steven Spielberg type story about Alexander the Great and the Battle of Issus. And then I'll be like, I want the war. I want the details. I want his thinking. I want quotes. We'll literally use deep research to tell me this huge story on specific things in history I want to learn more about. And then I sit back and click read out. And then it's literally like personalized learning. And like, I get to learn about any subject that I want in the frame that I wanted in. I don't know about you, but like, there are so many times where I'm like, man, I just wish there were more information on this topic or better books written in the style I like. I could tell it to write it in the favorite author and then tell me a story in the style of Steven Spielberg and make it about this and this. And then click read aloud. And now I'm listening to it. Still generating audio.
That's all right. Anybody have any other questions before we finish up here?
Use like Windows machine, Apple products. What's your gear like?
All of my stuff is Apple for simplicity reasons. I use all that, especially since the founder of one of the guys who helped create Apple Mac and everything. Well, Apple Intelligence is run off of ChatGPT. Annie Ive and Sam Altman have partnered up, which is ChatGPT essentially, and the guy who helped create the Mac and everything to create the next AI agent, which is physical AI. So in my mind, I'm like, man, I'm just going to to where the puck is going. If these guys are creating things, I'm going to get their products because they're all going to be able to navigate and communicate with each other.
Nick,
Great.
thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Agents, if you want to sign up for what is it called again? Agent AI?
AI certified agent.
AI certified agent.
If you guys want to navigate this new world and adapt to whatever the world throws at you, we created a program just for you. I'm not going to tell you to buy 50 tools. It's not going to change every month because a new tool comes out. No, if you want to just be able to adapt and get the minimal effective dose with AI, plays for you. If you want to walk in and say every other agent who walks in the door is just a traditional agent, here's exactly what I do differently, then this is for you. If you want to differentiate with the future of real estate, there's only one place that you can go and do that, and that's with us. That will be my last thing that I tell you guys, because there's literally not a few exists in which you don't have to learn AI. It doesn't exist. You got to do it.
Yeah.
And we're a place made just for you.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate it. Everybody have a great rest of the week. And if you need to get in touch with me, send me an email, shoot me a text. Love to hear from you.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys.
Bye, guys.